presenting Channeling Erik's Hour of Enlightenment.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm very excited about this show. This is Elisa, Mama E, because we have Abbie Dagnese and Heather Hilton. Heather.
Yes.
Hilton Hartford. I don't know.
Happy hippie Heather is fine.
Oh, right.
The myth, the legend, the Heather.
The Heather.
And I'm looking at today. Abbie and Heather and Erik are going to share their wisdom. And I see, Abbie, your name in the description box is Abbie. Okay, that's interesting. Abbie. But before we start with the wisdom,
it's actually only 2 B's, but that's okay.
That I want to share from the Atlantis Scalar side. God, I've learned, now that I'm off of Effexor because I did the scalar work on myself and I'm not depressed anymore, I can channel a lot better than I could before. And I found out that on all the scalar work, 2 shields were not enough. Actually, it was just the golden shield of protection. Nope. Aliens, bad shit. You get through there. So now I channel from Erik and the Divine Team that to put in 5 shields. The first is the Blue Fire Flame of Justice shield. The second is the Rose Quartz Sacred Geometry shield. The third, the Golden Shield of Protection. The fourth is the Stellated Dodecahedron of Light shield. And the fifth and final is the Green Light of Divine Love shield. It's the most powerful. And then Source strengthens it all. So Erik and I have been spending a lot of time getting rid of all the bad shit that is around all of you guys, even you guys who have done energy work from us in August, okay? They're gone now. And we've shielded everything with this 5-time shield and strengthened it. So what I want you guys to know is that, you order a service, we do it, we send you the email. It doesn't end there for us. We're like Energizer bunnies. We're like Tesla. We keep dropping in Easter eggs. We always, always, always keep working on your energy forever. I mean, as long as I'm alive, okay? And it doesn't cost extra. It's just what we do. We do this because we love you, and we want you to do your best and be your best and come to the realization that you are divine and can heal yourself, really. Anyway, enough said for me.
Amen. Amen, Mama.
So, hi, Abbie. Hi, Heather. Hi, Erik. I love all of you.
Hi, Mama.
Love you, too. We're so grateful for you.
That was me.
I'm grateful for you, too. All right,
so... And I was getting ready to say that we're talking about relationships tonight and toxic relationships and what they are here to teach us, and how we go through a really hard time. So Erik came in with a somber, hi, Mom. Like, I know I was such an asshole for a while there, but I was here as well. I was kind of heavy, Mom. I was.
Well, you were heavy.
Yes,
heavy, but always kind and never insulting. You would get mad at your father or the siblings, and rarely at me.
You raised me to love everybody unconditionally. I just did not love myself, and I projected that on the outside. So that's what he has to say. Now I'll hand it off to Abbie.
The other thing that Erik wanted to talk about tonight is, and I get a lot of questions about this in my readings, and I know Heather does too, which is, how do I find my soulmate, and how do I know I'm with my soulmate? And there's always this really big, Erik's bringing up the fact that he's starting to pace again, so clearly he has a lot to talk about with this. Mm-hmm. There's always this really big romanticism, he says, and let's remember not to make something that isn't romantic. Twin flames. He says that's not always romantic. He says people romanticize the idea of twin flames. That's not always romantic. That actually can lots of times be a very toxic relationship. And if not both of you, one of you is definitely, he says, most likely a narcissist. So he just wants to bring up that fact. Stop romanticizing things that are just really not romantic.
Wait, because a true twin flame loves you, and sometimes that love means they're bringing a spiritual lesson.
It's one of the biggest lessons in our lives is a twin flame.
Wow.
And he's stressing the fact that soulmates, we have more than one. So don't feel like you're like, I missed my soulmate. What if this was my soulmate and I missed it? No, you have more than one. Twin flames, you have one. And it's one of the biggest lessons in your life.
And what is the lesson?
He's showing me like the South and North Pole and the bipolarism of it all. It's really about that aspect of like getting both sides of the picture, he says. So it's really the polar, what am I trying to say? The bipolarism of it.
It's the mirror. It's like standing in the mirror and looking at yourself. So he's showing me a mirror. You're standing in the mirror. It's the reverse of you, and it's also to bring out, and he's showing me these images because he knows I need simple, but he's showing me images of like regurgitating, like what are our core fears? We're looking in the mirror, and it's looking at getting our core fears to come out, and that's where that imbalance will create our balance. Once we see that mirror image and we regurgitate and let out what that polar opposite is that we have so much fear of inside of us.
Yeah. Wow.
And it can be a very, very, very painful relationship. It can be abusive, codependent, narcissistic, but it also is the relationship that gets us to recognize who we are on an authentic level, recognize that we're part of the divine and we're not stuck in the material world, chained by our ego and what's comfortable and what looks shiny and loving and supportive, and we don't have enough money to get out. We can't do it on our own. I don't know what it's like on my own. Those are chains that our soul, our twin flame is trying to teach us that we can, as long as we look in the mirror and identify in ourselves what that twin flame is teaching us. It's lighting a fire under our ass to get us to move and take action. That's from Erik.
He is also like with the polar parts there, the South and North Pole. It just comes down to that human interaction again of like why we come here. He says, why we're here in the first place. It's to experience the light and the dark. So I mean, we really do come here. Yeah, it's always about being a stronger soul so we can help other souls, so we can be closer to our source energy, God. So he's explaining that it's about helping, once again, the collective. And he's always repeated that whenever I talk to him about this, or any of my other guys. So really it's about, when you're going through those really toxic relationships, and like the last radio show we did, I kind of opened up and told my story about, the toxicity that I dealt with, and that was not the only one. It was many, many, many relationships, that pattern you get into, which for me was really a past life thing that I needed to absolve. I needed to go through it because I needed to finally, once and for all, be able to eliminate that from my soul pattern of behavior.
So really,
Erik explaining.
I'm sorry, let me just interrupt just a little bit because I'm going to forget this. A twin flame is not always a toxic one. Sometimes it can be a completely loving one, right? Of course, but when it is, it's trying to teach to teach us the human experience. To basically the little soul in the sun. All right, all you guys, write this down. Go to YouTube and type in the search bar the little soul, S-O-U-L, not foot soul, and the sun, S-U-N, and put narrated or narration also in there. It's a child's book by Neil Donald Walsh, the one who wrote the Conversations with God book, and it explains why some people come into our life and had to lower their energetic vibrations so low in order to teach us something valuable. They sacrificed themselves. Okay, so it's all love.
Here's where I can jump in, and I think this is why Erik wanted me to be on with you guys tonight, is because my story explains exactly what you just said, Mom. I've been with my husband for 28 years. Okay, we've been married for 23, and he's my twin flame. Okay, so it was very tumultuous, very painful, very hard. I sacrificed myself a lot. But now when we're going through this, I am humbled to the fact that I recognize the lessons that it has taught me, and I'm so grateful and so thankful for him and his lessons that we're best friends going through this divorce. And it's, it's hard. It's still tumultuous. But I'm recognizing that part to where a twin flame isn't always bad. It's very up and down, and it's never
bad. It's never bad.
It's never, ever, ever bad.
It feels bad. Yes.
People who are going through that right this minute are like, this is not right. This isn't good. And I get you. You're right. This is Erik. I get you. You're right. It doesn't feel good. It hurts. It's painful. This isn't a punishment for you. This is a lesson. This is a lesson for you, and you're going to be so grateful for it. But you have to meet it halfway. You have to take that step forward. You have to take that action. If you don't take that action with your twin flame, you're going to be stuck in this cycle.
Yes. Oh, my God. All right, so look, we interviewed Wayne Dyer yesterday, and it was amazing. Amazing. His energy just brought Denise Vermont to her knees, crying. She couldn't. It was too much. The Christ-like, Buddhist-like energy of him. He decided to come in as we all could, as our divine selves. Instead of, okay, well, this medium is probably going to just want me to be like the old Wayne Dyer, or blah, 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 boom, 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 boom. No. He came in all of his divinity, and we all have that. And he taught me so much in that interview. He said that the whole thing he wanted to teach people is that we're in a very dark jungle, and we need to find our way out to come to the realization of the vastness that we are as beings, that we are divine, and we deserve to be so. We are God. We are God. We are a whole and part of God.
Erik,
and here's me when I try to do my energy work, and I want to try to unleash my divinity to heal people, and I go, I am divine, I deserve to be so, but there's a little voice, but it's okay, everybody else is too. I'm always doing that to myself because I'm trying to learn here that it's okay to know your own divinity. Or I say, I am God, I deserve to be so. I'm trying to empower myself to do this healing. But I'm not the only one, people. Everybody else is the whole and part of God. So that is self-love. Me. I am learning, and I want you guys to learn too, that we are in a very dark forest in our lives, and twin flames are the flashlight, the flame that tries to guide us out of that to discover ourselves and our own divinity. Y'all need to love yourself, because to not is selfish, because you are denying the collective, the fact that you are all and whole and part of God. And I've been there. I'm still struggling with that. It's like, what? I'm not all that in a bag of chips. I know my flaws. I know my quirks, and my whole family does, and they'll be glad to publicize that. But y'all, we are all.
So I did
amazing.
I did a reading yesterday on an avid member of this group, an avid follower, and Erik came through right away, and he was talking about this, and he said to me, well, he said to her, we come in as the divine. We know we're part of the divine. And it's easy for us to separate from that because and as we develop our ego and become into our human selves, we separate from that naturally because that's part of our learning. And as we separate from that, we look for these substitutes to fill that void. Substance abuse, relationships, codependence, all that stuff. It's trying to fill the void of the divine, which we are a part of. And once we break free from that, which is part of the twin flame lesson, is to know that we are part of the divine and we have that void inside of ourselves is within ourselves, that we can heal ourselves.
The era we were in before the age of Aquarius, the polarity or contrast consciousness, where we have to have contrast in order to really get the most of our human experience. In other words, to understand hot, you have to experience cold. To understand love totally, you have to understand all of its facets, including forgiveness, which means you probably have to experience betrayal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, okay? So that is the consciousness of polarity. It's the consciousness of survival of the fittest, competition by being better than other people, being contrast. But now we're in the age of Aquarius, where we are hopefully learning to evolve into unity consciousness so that we survive as a collective by collaborating and cooperating. And I'm wondering what place twin flames have anymore now that we're in that, at least for large, those who are willing to open up their awareness.
Well, Mom, this is what I always tell Heather to say. Like it says in the Bible, which is a true quote, is when one or more are gathered in my name, there is love. Because you can't experience love without hate.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't know what love is.
Jesus thing to say.
But now we're in the age of Aquarius, where hopefully we understand that we don't have to experience that. That separation is an illusion, that we are, that we can be together as one collective in love. And we don't need to learn any of the opposites of love, because we are love and we all understand it. Or some of us, or most of us, I don't know.
Which is why in my divorce I've become grateful for my lessons instead of bitter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, anybody out there, if you go through hardship, I want you to really remember that it is all about perspective. Look at what you've been through and find the teachable moments. Find that beauty in what you have learned, what gifts you've gotten from that. Because that's the only way to pull yourself out of victimhood and become a thriver, not a survivor, but a thriver. Figure out what you learn from it and say, oh, my God, thank you. I'm a better spirit for this. I'm a better soul for this. I'm so grateful. And go on and share that love and that experience and those lessons to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
Amen, sister.
Go ahead. The reading I did yesterday, I'm going to give a shout-out to Sherry, because Erik is Sherry's guide. I did a reading on her yesterday. Hello, girlfriend, you're fucking amazeballs. And this was really a huge topic of conversation. Finding the light within and shining that light, regardless of what we've been through, regardless of the holes that have been, the change, the self-restriction, the limited beliefs that we have put on ourselves, which we think other people have put on us, but we take responsibility for that.
It's true. Do you want to, Erik, do you want to add, or Abbie or Heather, do you want to add anything else before we take callers?
Just
Abbie,
believe
it's
in
all
yourself.
you.
Like, believe in yourself. Erik wants everybody to listen to their instincts. He's saying once again that, he could stand there and raise those red flags to you till he's blue in the face. But he says at the end of the day, it's really about your soul recognition if you're in those same patterns. And he says that's why God gave us decision-making, to decide if we really want to continue with those patterns or not. He says that's part of your lesson, not Eric's lesson.
Yeah.
He's just there to support you with love, and he hopes that you do for the same for him and his mama.
Oh. All right, so
unconditional love.
He says, I love y'all.
That's all there is.
That Texas draw.
All right, so listen. So Paula, the one who's doing a documentary on us now.
I love her. She's amazing.
But also Atlanta Scalar, she's doing that on. But anyway, she thought that it'd be cool to have YouTube Live for Atlanta Scalar peeps. We have one once a month for Channeling Erik peeps, but for Atlanta Scalar peeps to figure out, how can Atlanta Scalar heal me? What do I need to do? What do I not need? Because I'm telling you, most people overorder, and I tell them, nope, I'm canceling this. Nope. You're going to try super border work first, and you're going to wait. You're going to take baby steps because that can solve a lot. Anyway, so we're going to do that so that people can call in and ask questions about that. And I sent all of you guys, Abbie and you, Heather, I CC'd you on that so that we can set something up to have something regular for people out there who don't know what direction to go to heal. And we need to open our own arms out to them so we can heal as many people as possible.
I'm taking the one that nobody claims because that's my role. That's my purpose.
I got to say this, too, before we take callers also, like prayers to Florida and the people in the Surfside building there.
Oh,
I'm praying so hard for them, and they're in my thoughts and prayers. And, it's just an unbelievable tragedy. And I just, every night on the news watching it, it's just so horribly devastating. And my heart is with them, and I just pray for them so hard.
But there's a lesson in there. Now remember, these people are human beings. We all are. So our job is to not get so sad that we disable ourselves. To be respectful.
Erik says, life is short. Grab it by the balls now. It's time to take action.
Yeah, but see the lesson in it. Don't let it go to waste.
Yeah.
There's a lesson in there that we need to learn. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to try to find out. I'm eating a Caesar salad. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten today. So sorry, guys. Also, I'm going to. I revamped my prayer of intent for the energy work, healing the collective and Mother Earth. And dummy me, the original prayer, I don't know what I was thinking, it took care of getting rid of all the bad characters, okay, and shielding them with the 5 shields and string those shields. But nothing about healing. What are you talking about, Elisa? So I had to add to heal all life on Earth and heal Mother Earth. It's like, what was I thinking? Anyway, that's on there. And I'm going to make a recording, put it on YouTube, that's going to be readily available to everyone so that you guys can participate in this mass effort to heal the collective and to heal Mother Earth. It's so important.
Beautiful.
This is one of the main reasons I feel like I'm here on this earth is to learn for myself that like all of you have said before, I am divine and I use love to transmute energy. And you guys can all do it too. See, there's me saying, well, you're not the only one, Elisa. Okay, that's me, but I'm working. Okay? I'm working on it. Okay? But we get our shit together and help humanity. And you'd be surprised what kind of change we can make. Because this is going to heal, we're going to do it twice a year, 8 weeks in a row, whatever. It's going to help heal, not just the victims, but the perpetrators, the drug smugglers. They need healing. The sex offenders, they need healing. The greedy, they need healing. We all need healing. And so, anyway, that's targeted to that. All right.
Erik says, mic drop, mama.
Oh, well, thank you.
Mic drop. Let's take callers down.
Mic drop, mama.
Oh, thank you, baby. I love you. I miss you. And another thing I say that I said in a recent YouTube where I cried, of course, I had to embarrass myself, is that people are saying, why do you keep dropping prices? Why do you keep dropping prices? Is it because it's a legal liability? And I said, no. It's because it's gotten easier for me to do. And I don't do this for money, people. I do this for many reasons. First of all, I love all of you. But one thing is I don't want my son's death to be a tragic waste. I mean, that you understand? I don't want it to be a tragic waste. I will do anything to make that not happen. And that's why one of the many reasons why I do what I do.
He's giving you a bow.
I'm cruel.
Yes, and all of our experiences, don't let our pain that we experience be a tragic waste. Use it to help others.
I'm not going to allow that. No. Oh, I do miss him. All right. 818 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hi, Mamas. Hi, Abbie. Hi, Heather.
Hi. Hi, honey.
Hi, Carlin.
I'm so glad that you're back, Heather. I've been praying for you. I'm glad to hear you're doing better.
Thank you, honey. Who is this, and where are you from?
This is Rochelle from Los Angeles. We've spoken before, and I'm the one with the stalker. I have a question about whatever happened to me on Saturday night. That it really made me mad that Spirit allowed this to happen. And it terrified me in the moment. I'm not terrified now. I'm just like, why did they let that happen?
Eric,
okay, can I start?
Mind if I take this?
Nope, Abbie, go ahead.
Wow, it's like really awesome that you were listening to this, actually, this whole thing, because, again, he says it's about polarity. He's showing me the polarity of the situation, and he says you're bigger than the actual experience in the moment.
Okay.
So it's not a mistake you came on tonight.
Wow. 917 area code. I found you. You came back on. I'm going to get to you next. Go ahead. Sorry.
So was it, like, I didn't get a demonic feeling from it. It scared the living shit out of me.
He's saying it was intentional. So I don't know what happened to you, but he says it was an intentional interaction. So
Eric,
I don't know what that means.
Eric, does she need to share it? Should she share it, or is it best not to share it?
He's saying that's up to her. That's her story to tell, not ours.
I had gone to bed an hour earlier. Every night I go to the bed basically with a taser and a bat, and because of my ex-stalker. And so I went to sleep, and 3 o'clock in the morning, about an hour after I fell asleep, I'm like a dog. I can feel energy, and that'll just wake me up. And I just completely was all of a sudden wide awake, and even in the darkness of my room, I could see this silhouette that was darker. And I screamed bloody murder. And it kind of hurt my feelings because nobody heard me. And all I can think is, this was real. Oh, my gosh. I didn't respond correctly. I didn't grab my bat. I was looking for the light. It was just a really intense. I know there's many meanings to it. So,
what was it?
All right. Can I? Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to jump in before you say what it was. I need to jump in before you say what it was, because what Erik is showing me is that so he's showing me the polar opposites. We were talking about that with the relationships and the twin flames and lessons and your stalker. Okay, so first of all, the universe has handed you this passion and desire to protect yourself and this fire within you, and this comes from you are an earth and fire. I want to say your chart. I don't know anything about astrology, but he's saying your charts are about earth and fire, and you have that quality within you. But now you've been given the tools because you can create this protection around yourself in this magic. You have all the tools, and this is a cycle of life. But the thing is now you have to look at, as you move forward, your conscious mind instead of your passion and your fire. You got to use your conscious mind and your thinking mind to protect yourself. This is a lesson for future shit, which that you're on standby for that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the universe. Erik is saying this is the universe telling you that this is sort of a lesson, a walkthrough, or
that's what I thought.
Because you saw this figure, but nothing happened. But you knew, oh my God, I wasn't fucking prepared. So you're going from this passion to protect yourself and having all the tools, but now you have to use your thinking mind and let all of that go and stay in your mind and not your body. Because your body will freeze.
Right.
That's what Erik has to say.
Well, what was it?
It was a lesson. It wasn't anything.
Just so you know, I had the exact same experience as you. I actually had that happen to me right after I had shed myself energetically from some really heavy stuff. And I actually had an angel healer who was amazing, and I'd love to have him on the radio show sometime, come in and help me shed this energetic sheath of negativity, we're going to call it. And the exact same thing came in, and it was really it was terrifying with like red eyes too. It was terrifying. Ew. Anyways, it was like 3 of them, and they were super tall, and they, oh my God, even my entire bed lifted. It was so scary. I slept on the couch after that I slept on the couch in my living room after that for 2 months. But the point is that. Go ahead, Heather.
Yeah, so it wasn't actually a human being in there.
No, it was definitely something.
It was a lesson, which is why I didn't want you to tell us what happened or who it was. Because
all right, so let me tell you one thing, though, for the Atlantic Scalar peeps out there. A lot of you guys, to spray the Palo Santo and do the tones. By the way, you don't have to get Palo Santo from my son Lucas, okay? You can buy the sticks, but you have to keep locally, or buy the spray locally. But if you get sticks, you have to keep the smoke going. Number 1. Number 2, if you mess up and you don't do all that, Archangel Metatron always comes in to clean up what you couldn't clean up. And I'm telling you, for some reason, he loves to make himself known. So probably half of the people wake up to find him standing by their bed, this big, dark, tall figure looking at them. And their first thing is like, well, this super vocal work shit is awful because there's a horrible being here. No. It's him. The most one of the most loving.
She's right.
Archangel.
She's right. You're right, Mom.
He's wonderful. And so don't be scared because that's just Archangel Metatron. I'd never heard of Metatron before. I thought it was one of the Transformers. I swear to God, I had no idea.
That's awesome.
Same here. I hadn't heard it.
I love the picture
until Ryan mentioned it. I was like, who's Metatron?
I know. All right.
Hi.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, hope that helped. Thank you so much, honey. I love you.
All right, 917 area code gets a second chance. By the way, great series called Second Chance. Awesome series. Watch it. Good. All right, hi there. How you doing? Oh my God, don't go away again. 917 area code.
Hello.
There you are. We got you back, right? Who is this?
Can you hear that reception?
How can we hear? How can we help you? Yes, we're here.
Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm calling from New York City. And I'm happy to be on. Elisa, everyone, hello. And
hello. Hi, Nicole. Oh. How can we help you, darling?
Well, I seem to have had a past life and where I drowned. And I've had several past lives of drowning. First was in the fall of Atlantis, and also
the
Titanic in 1912. I was 21.
You survived. You survived the Titanic, by the way.
Okay, I did. Okay, I was told I drowned. And then as a small child, I came back again as a small child, and I drowned again. And it's like I'm terrified now of like water. It's like I do not go close to water or anything. But my real question is, I seem to have also had a past life with Erik, and he called me his little sister, and I just wanted to know.
When you called, that's the first thing I thought. You have there. God, weird.
Yeah, so I just wanted to just clarify on that some.
Yes. You survived the Titanic, and that's why it was so strong for me, because he was also on the Titanic, but he didn't make it.
Wow.
And so that is why you feel like you died when he died.
Okay.
And past life trauma is one of my specialties, and that I'm very, very, very intuitive and psychic with past life trauma. So he died, but you survived, and you tried to save him like hell.
Wow.
Because you guys were on the lower deck and you were poor.
Oh.
And they say women and children first, but the poor came last. That's what he's telling me.
All right. I now understand. He was also my spirit guide in 2020. And I was told, I didn't even know who he was, and then I looked him up, and then I was like, oh, okay. And I also did the 40 days with Erik, and which he came in really strong with me. And I'm doing the 20-day breathing technique every evening. And the first day
you're grieving me, he said. You're grieving me.
Yeah. So
no, but it's the breathing. The breathing.
She's also grieving him.
Oh yeah. Me too. I'm singing to the choir.
So I could have sworn he came in. I felt him come in. I even asked. I said, "Who's here?" And I asked, and I didn't get a response, a verbal response, but I felt it. I felt him, and I just wanted a confirmation if he was here on the 23rd day of.
He's asking you if you smelt it too.
Hope not.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Whatever. Abbie, go ahead.
It's just I'm going through this awakening, and it's like all these strange things are happening. Metatron pulls me by my ankles out of my bed. It's like all these things are happening, and it's just
that's cool.
It's just
Metatron would not do that, but that is part of your awakening. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Abbie. I'm going to give this to you.
But I think you need to deal with the past life shit through Heather at commongroundhealing.com.
Which will be great. I will contact her.
Yeah.
And my schedule is blocked because I'm going through like a shitstorm. But I'm still, so I'm not taking booked appointments, but please reach out to me on Facebook Messenger or email on my website.
Good. Most definitely.
And reference this.
Yes.
Okay. Definitely. Thank you so much.
Abbie, did you want to say something? Or go on to the next one?
Erik did mention something about getting some crystals.
Crystals.
I don't know a lot about crystals, but he did mention some crystals that you might want to bring into your room, which is quartz crystal. He's bringing up the basic ones: amethyst, tourmaline.
Okay.
He's showing me if you put them above your bedroom door, coming in and out. He says it'll help kind of cleanse the environment coming in and out, so it'll shake off the bad energy from the day.
All right, we got 321 area code. How you doing?
Abbie, you're amazing.
Hi there. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, what's your first name, darling?
My name is Jill.
Hey, Jill. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Florida. Thank you so much for the shout-out, by the way, saying that you're sorry about what happened in Miami. That I really appreciated hearing that.
Oh, honey.
I have a question about migraines. I recently started getting them, and I think that I have resolved them now. I just started getting them a few months ago, but I think I found the solution. But what I was wondering was if you could give me some insight into what this spiritual cause might have been.
You want to go?
I actually lost the end of what you just said. Can you just repeat that?
Me too.
Sure. I was wondering if you could give me insight into what the spiritual cause of the migraines were.
Oh, migraines. Okay, yeah.
Moving.
I'm getting stress and distension.
Well, you know what? Reptilians seem to love making migraines, allergies, depression, addiction, and anxiety worse. For some reason,
I'm
those
being told too. It's about dissatisfaction, about feeling stuck.
Yes. That's what I was getting to.
That you really need to, you're ready for Eric's saying that you're ready for an energetic expansion right now, and you're not letting yourself energetically expand. And
wow.
Are you laughing because that's a good thing?
Oh, I'm laughing because that's right on. That's so right on.
Yay. You need to, he says that you need to, okay, first off, you need to stop controlling everything, he says, because you are a control freak. You're pretty OCD, too. There is no speck of dust in your house, he says. So you need to figure out a way to meditate, but he's telling you that there's no real form to that, so stop trying to make a form to it. Stop trying to sit there and, analyze how to do that, or even, you need to get out of your head. So he's like, fine, don't even meditate. Go for a walk in the woods if you have to. But it's about music. It's recognizing and actually deciding to make the conscious decision to allow your heart and allow your energy to expand. He says, picture the color. He wants you to picture the color yellow in your aura, and he wants you to expand your aura out in the woods with your eyes closed all the way around you like a bubble. And he wants you to expand it and expand it and expand it all by yourself. He wants you to put your arms out straight by your sides and bring them up all the way to the heavens and just breathe in and breathe out and feel the ground underneath your feet. He really wants you to do that because that's just an exercise for you. He says that's going to help you root yourself with your root chakra especially. He's going to help you work on that root chakra, by the way. He says you have a hard time grounding yourself. You need to get out of your own head. That's what he says.
That's exactly what he's telling me. He's saying that you move too fast. You're like on this horse galloping 100 miles an hour, and it's your mind. And now it's the time for your mind to rest. It's time for rest. And then look at what has not served you and where you are stuck, and there's dissatisfaction. And I'm talking about in the physical world, in the human world, what you experience with the five senses. And he's saying your mind has been getting in the way of this dissatisfaction and turning around to change it. Because you keep looking at it. He's like, stop fucking looking at it and thinking that this, I'm not happy. I'm just not satisfied. But you're not turning around and moving forward. You're still moving back.
She's going to, and Eric can help her.
Yes. You're on your way.
Yep. All right. Thank you for calling.
Eric,
thank you so much.
You have a lot. That girl has a lot in front of her that's awesome. I can feel it. Man.
Yeah, me too.
Whew. All right, so 631 area code. Hi there, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. How can we help
Hi,
you?
my name is Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
Do you see anything going on different with, like, love life or anything?
Where are you calling from?
Long Island.
Long Island. All right. Sometimes that helps.
That's up to you, Erik says. When are you going to change this cycle?
Oh, my God.
When are you going to stop this cycle? Something needs to die. A frame of mind, the way you're thinking, needs to die. An old relationship needs to die. You need to let that go, and not carry the weight of it on your shoulders, because you don't need the weight of that. Once you let that go, so we're talking about your mind and how you've got to release that from your conscious mind. And then we're talking about your passion and how you've got to let that go and renew your passion for yourself. Work on your sacral chakra. Use the hula hoop again. Pick up the hula hoop again. Move those hips. And then things are going to start flying for you.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Well, I don't have a hula hoop, but I can wiggle my hips or something. You know what it is? I'm just meeting men who are just so disrespectful and have no time to date, so I'm almost ready to give up. I mean, they act like you're doing you a favor to take you on a date, and I just don't stand for that.
Because you have not grasped your sexuality and your you haven't expressed your what's the word he's given me? So it's coming from the sacral. So moving your hips like that, belly dancing or hula hoop, you got to move that energy out of there. It's about feeling like you are desirable, feeling like you desire yourself, feeling like pleasuring yourself.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm a desirable woman, but I do. It's not that. I think I have a lot to offer. It's that I'm telling you, I really don't know how to meet a man because online they're horrible, and if I go out anywhere, people my age are all couples. And then you say hobbies, but then you go to hobbies, and it's mostly all women when you go to the meet-up groups trying to meet other men, and I don't have the money to do golf, this, that, this, and that, and this, and that.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Erik says you feel desirable, but you have not stepped into that power.
Well, because nobody's asking me out on dates. It's like torture. I mean, I talked to somebody for a whole week, and then I found out I was even going to settle. They couldn't see me Monday through Friday because they worked out of state, but they're 59, still working out of state. Then they had to come home and see grandkids on a Sunday, so they were going to give me a Saturday, and I was going to take them. I said, no, I'm not even going to meet them. These men have no time.
Well, that could actually be true, but if they really want to do, they need to find time. And I think maybe part of it is like you totally, like me, I've been working on this, totally down to your soul and your heart, realize how divine you are. I don't know. Erik, you tell us. What do I know?
Well, so I actually, right when you came on, my guys were telling me to pull 3 cards for you. So I actually pulled 3 tarot cards for you, if it's okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, okay, here's a disclaimer. There's going to be a couple of them during this reading real quick. First off, my tarot cards and what they mean to me do not mean the same for everybody else because I have my own relationship with my cards. Okay, and Heather can attest to that. She understands. So the first card that I pulled here was actually the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So that to me represents that you've had a real issue with, putting too much money into relationships and I don't want to say you were throwing it at men, but you were paying too much to be able to have these social situations with men. So that right there, Erik says, is a red flag. He says, that's your first red flag there. Go into a date or something with somebody. If you get to that point, don't pay for yourself. Don't pay for yourself. Don't pay for them. Let them pay for you.
I never pay for anything. I never pay for anything. I never pay for dinners.
It's emotional. Well, it's what Abbie's saying is
emotional
right.
payment.
It's a emotional, yes.
It's not necessarily money. It's payment emotionally. Okay, what's the other card? We're running out of time, people. We're running out of time. Read those last tarot cards quick, girl.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You probably need to have
honestly,
a
lots of times the Pentacles for me do mean money, so just watch out for that then. There you go. The Chariot is also in reverse, which basically means that, you're not really seeing eye to eye with pretty much anybody you're dating. And I'm going to put a disclaimer on this because this isn't going to sound like I'm going to say, but are you going to block guys?
No.
Oh, okay. Because the Chariot, whenever I get that card, there's usually a interracial relationship there. Okay, so it could be something that could be potentially coming in your future that actually may not benefit you like you want.
They could be any race, right?
Yeah, any race.
Expanding.
Yeah. And then the third one is the Four of Pentacles, which also means hold on to your money. So.
You mean emotionally or?
Yeah.
I mean, take it for what you want. These cards are for you and how they're meant to come to you. But I'm going to just call it the spade here. Like, when I get Pentacles, that usually refers to money. So
maybe you better watch out for guys who are going to scam you? Is that it?
Possibly.
No, I'm pretty smart. I don't let any guys scam me. I'm not desperate. I don't pay for things. I don't send money through things. I don't buy people things.
Remember, the Pentacles are all about what we experience with the five senses. So remember the five senses: what you see, what you hear, sensations. You got to pay attention to your five senses. So money has a different meaning here. It's your worth. It's your self-worth.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm worth it, and I'm trying to ask the universe and God to bring somebody that's worthy and nice.
All right, let me wrap this up by asking Erik a question. Erik, give her some direction. What does she need to do or know right now? Practical.
Bring up your vibration.
And what's that going to be? Like watching her favorite stand-up, dancing, singing, anything?
Stop looking. Stop trying to look for a partner. You're not going to find it that way. It's going to come to you. You're looking and you're finding the wrong one because you're looking. You're looking at the wrong one.
I said no more online. I don't care. And when it happens, it happens. I just said that this morning.
Expectation is such a huge cock block. Seriously, it is a wall that will not allow anything else in. So just, guys, I am divine. I'm awesome. You should be lucky to have this. Okay, so bye-bye. I'm going on my own way. I'm going to do some samba in my living room. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, check out Abbie and Heather. Y'all, give your stuff to them right now. Quick, hurry.
AbbieDagny@sidemedium.com, and you can just hit under. You can schedule with me on my website that I just created.
You guys are great because you guys are really good because it was funny. This morning I just said I'm not going online anymore. When it happens, it happens, and then I just started to dance.
Heather,
look at that. Raising your vibration, beautiful.
Heather.
CommonGroundHealing.com. Email me.
All right. Thank you so much.
You bet. Love you guys. Love everybody. Love you. Erik, love you.
Thank you.
Love you. Abbie, love you all. Bye.